M0FXB, welcome to my videos on the Kenwood D75. Kenwood have released a new instruction manual and the main changes are to the battery information. So let's just scroll down and just read some of the highlights here, and of course have a good read yourself, and it's on page 3.2. So the battery pack can be charged after it has been installed onto the transceiver. The battery pack is provided uncharged for safety purposes. Plug the charger into the AC wall outlet. Insert the charger plug into the DC in jack of the transceiver while the transceiver is powered off. Charging starts. Indicator appears on and the display when the transceiver power is off, and you can see the images there. Disappears when charging is completed. The backlight is on when pressing any key while charging. Charging does not appear when charging with the optional rapid battery charger. So when you drop it into the charger, you don't see the charging emblem. It takes approximately 3.5 hours to charge an empty battery. After the charging period is over, remove the charger plug from the transceiver DC in jack. Do not plug the charger into the DC in jack for more than 24 hours. Charging when the transceiver power is on takes a longer time than charging when the transceiver power is off. Unplug the charger. And then it goes on with lots more information. Now, I'm pretty sure that Don has advised that we cycle the charging at least 4 times. So that's fully charge and fully drain the battery at least 4 times. Then you've got a lot of highlights here on the right hand side. But there is quite a big section here on when you have errors on the battery pack. Charging error. While charging, if a problem is detected in the battery, charge error appears on the display. The following condition create charging error. Over voltage in the battery is detected. When a charge error occurs, no key other than the power will function. And there's a section here with a chart about battery life. Before you operate the transceiver outside using a battery pack, it is important to know how long the battery pack will last. If the battery saver setting is 1.0 seconds and the GPS setting is off, in the single band operation, the operation times listed in the table below are referential values under the following cycle conditions: TX 6 seconds, that's a mouthful, RX 6 seconds, standby 48 seconds. We recommend you carry extra battery packs with you in case the battery becomes depleted. And then you've got this chart here. And let's have a quick look at the USB-C charging. Just to note that it does say it takes 3 to 3.5 hours to fully charge the battery. For charging the battery pack with the USB cable USB-C type, plug the USB cable into an AC adapter. And I would say that needs to be at least 2 amp. We'll scroll down. Attach the battery pack to the transceiver and plug the USB plug into the USB connector while the transceiver power is off. The maximum charging current through the USB connector of the transceiver is 1.5 amp. To avoid malfunction or abnormal heat generation, be sure to use an AC adapter with an output voltage of 5 volts and 2 amp or higher. Yeah, because many of us are getting the 3 amp ones, aren't we? In this case, the charging time will be 5.5 hours, so it takes longer with your USB cable. The transceiver does not support USB PD. Even if a USB PD compatible AC adapter is used, the voltage supplies will always be 5 volts rapid charge. And it is saying that you should turn it off when you're charging with a USB connector, or the battery pack will not receive enough charge to charge. Do not use a USB cable longer than 3 meters. Charging through the USB connector is not guaranteed to work with all AC adapters. Charging through the DC in jack and USB connector when the transceiver is turned on can be disabled to prevent unexpected malfunctions or failures caused by operation. That's menu 923. So just press menu 923 and you can turn off the charging. If both the DC in cable and the USB cable are connected, you cannot charge using the USB cable. So the DC disables the USB. The DC in route has priority. The transceiver will not operate properly if DC power is supplied only through the USB connector. Be sure to use the transceiver with the battery pack installed. So yeah, so they're saying don't take the battery out, plug your USB charger in, and then expect it to work, correctly. It'll probably turn on, but whether it works correctly is another matter. On the left it says, note, do not transmit while the supply charger is connected. The supply charger is only for charging and does not have the current capacity required for transmission. The supply charger is a switching type. Receiving noise level may increase while connected to the transceiver, especially in AM, SSB and CW. The transceiver becomes warm while charging the battery pack. While the battery pack is charged, then you've got the temperatures. Before recharging the battery pack, use the battery pack until the transceiver stops receiving. Connecting to a regulated power supply. To connect the transceiver to an appropriate regulated DC power supply, use an optional PG 2W DC cable. Confirm that the power of both the transceiver and the DC power is off. Connect the cable. Supply the red lead to the positive and the black to the negative. Yep, connect the barrel. While a DC power supply is connected with the DC in jack, the transceiver automatically initiates charging the battery pack. And you've got some caution notes here. So just check it out, really. Have a good read. I mean, I've had the 74 for years, and my experience is, yeah, definitely fully charge and discharge it at least 4 times when you first get it. Then you've got your spare battery. And I mean, it doesn't, as far as I can see, it doesn't deplete. When you're using the radio, I think it depletes to about 80%, so you're left with about 20%, and then the device decides to turn off anyway. Then you grab your other battery that's fully charged I always keep it in the charging cradle, and then you've always got a battery. And I highly recommend you get the charging cradle that comes, that you can purchase for this radio. This is a high functioning device. You've got a color screen running, you've got GPS, Bluetooth. You can only expect it to last for so long when you're using all of these functions, especially when you transmit at the full power level. So bear that in mind. I think it's essential to have a spare battery with any of these modern radios, like the FT5 and even the ICOM ID52. In my opinion, you need a spare battery. So excellent device. Looking forward to testing this. Mine arrives on Monday, and we'll be doing lots and lots of learning in front of you guys and ladies. Thanks for watching my YouTube channel. Bye for now.